Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play OpenTTD episode 12. Today is going to be all about fixing jams, and we're going to be doing that by building a backbone hub over here, where currently the tracks are not fully doubled up. Now we also have a jam that I noticed that formed up over here, and if we look at this, we can see that I forgot to put some signals here, so that's kind of embarrassing. But that's an easy thing to fix. Now, if we also check our operating profit, we can see it's gone down a bit, so that's probably due to all the jamming. Taking a look back down at the track behind here, we can see it got jammed quite a ways down, all the way back to the sideline hub here. And that's about it. So that jam was easy to fix. Now the next one, down over here, has grown since I looked at it a second ago, will be a bit harder to fix. So here the tracks go from 2 tracks to 1, so that's obviously going to be a jam. And then over here, this is going to be the backbone hub we're building today. Alright, let's get right into it. I'm going to try to do all of this building live, so we'll see if my hands and my head and my mouth can all keep up with each other. But yeah, the type of hub that I decided to build, since I've already taken a good look at the area, is called an invisible hub. And the idea with an invisible hub is to hide a bunch of tracks in tunnels. And once you do that, it's very easy to build on top of them without having to worry about what's underneath. So these tunnels that I just built will carry trains towards the south. So that is the invisible component of this hub. And I'm just building up these doubled tunnels. Since our trains are so long, we can handle very long tunnels with just 2 tracks. With a shorter train type, you'd need more tunnels. Yeah. Alright, so keep those in sync. And we'll head towards the south somewhere. I guess I don't really like this C shape, but whatever. Kind of seems awkward going up and down, but I'll just follow the terrain. And I guess we'll just connect this up here for now. Something like that. So this is just a temporary merge to let all the trains get together while we're doing all this building. There we go. Guess I wasn't holding control there. Okay, so that is the new main line at this point. So I guess we do have this right turn that we need to connect up. So let's just make sure we get that in. And since, because it's an invisible hub, it'll be pretty easy. Since we already have this bridge here. We can keep the existing track here and use that to split off from this inner line, and the outer line I just added that right turn there. So let's stop this train, move it over to the new track. And then we can also connect up the inner track as well. A little bit close here for that split, but I guess that should be fine. Alright, and let's go back and go through and double this up since we're in this area. I'm gonna keep the existing tracks as the northbound direction, or I guess westbound from this perspective, or excuse me, eastbound. And then these new tracks will be the westbound direction. You can connect them up like so. Okay, and one thing that is, oh my goodness, what's going on with my mouse? Yeah, I've noticed some issues while I'm recording. My keyboard inputs seem to get stuck sometimes, so that's a little awkward. But as I'm waiting here, one annoying thing about dealing with these super long trains is that it takes forever for them to get out of the way when I'm trying to build. So there we go. Now that train finally got out of the way. We can move these tracks over. Okay, and we'll need those ones to get out of the way as well. And then we can switch over the direction of this existing track. Ooh, got that in. Add some signals in advance. And we'll just wait for these trains to move out of the way. So we don't need that. And I guess we'll keep this and get rid of the signals, put the new direction signals in. And I guess we can go all the way down over here while we're at it. Connect it up and get these tracks doubled up. Okay. So let's take a look at this so far. We have the right turn. The next thing to look at is the left turn here. So the other right turn here, have some decent amount of space, should be fine. We can again do the trick with the bridge, or the tunnel, excuse me, and have one of the tracks go over, one of the tracks stay on this side, something like that. But the left turn is always the tricky part. So in this case, we have the space here to work with. So actually, I guess this isn't really a true invisible hub, because normally you'd have tunnels for the tracks in both directions, but there isn't really a place for tunnels here just because the town and the forest are in the way and there's not any hills really. But speaking of the town, it is going to be in the way, and our local authority rating is already getting worse since we're doing a lot of construction nearby. So let's get some passenger trams or streetcars going so our rating will stay high. And I guess they already don't like us. Should have done it a bit sooner. Let's plant some trees. We have the farm here, so we can plant trees on top of the farmland, and that's good for us. So now we have a good rating. So while we have that, let's go back and build these streetcars. And I'm pressing Control click to build separate stations. And with streetcars, it's nice and easy to essentially not give them any orders because they can only stay on the streetcar tracks. Just building there, I guess. Can't see it due to the transparency. Alright. And we will find a passenger streetcar. I guess this one is the better one. Make a bunch of these. Let them loose. Alright. So back to this left turn area. Well, I guess first let's reverse this track so it's going in the right direction. So here we can do a relatively simple thing. So we can just have our left turn there, and then in the other direction, let's see, I guess we can just put bridges over. So now we have our left turns there, and then we have to deal with this split here. So I guess actually, take some more inspiration from invisible hubs. I'm going to move these tunnels over by one spot. Let's see. Yeah. To give us a little room on this side. A little more room on this side. Okay. Calm down there. We'll get to you in a sec. Gotta wait for these trains to get out of the way. This guy needs to be turned around. Okay, still in the way there. One of those is out of the way. And I guess we can put that one in. Then I'll just move everything over by a tile. Okay, that train finally got out of the way, and we can put these all back Okay. There we go. Alright, so now this guy can move, all these people can move. We have a bit more room over here. So let's see. Is this 13 tiles should be fine with length 10 trains, I believe. So now we can actually, I guess, make this into a real invisible hub by moving this track into a tunnel as well. So in this case, now it's going to be a lot easier to do, well, a little bit easier to do this left turn, since we can get rid of this track completely and align these up. And then the left turn can just split off right here, go like that for the inner track, go like that for the outer track here. Nice and easy. And there we go. Alright, so these bridges here are going to be for the left turn coming from the west going towards the east. So let's work on that direction for a bit and work on this merge over here. So let's see, this left turn is the existing route, so that's going to be gone, but we need that for now for trains. So what we can do here is, since these bridges are coming up right in between these two tracks, we can just put our waiting bays on the, or put our waiting bays between the two of them. So we do need a little more space here, so let's see how our town is doing. Not quite good enough. I think actually that might be enough. Let's move that around. And I'll just connect that up wherever for now, so we can have some room to work. Alright, and then let's do the track mixing on this end. So because we have these bridges here, it's nice and easy to just mix them like this. And as I did my best to explain in the previous hub build, I think it was like episode 4 or 5, we want to make sure that both of these tracks here and here get choices between each of the two northbound tracks over here, or eastbound. Okay, so since we mixed the two tracks like that, we can just merge them immediately on this side, and we don't need to do that separately. That's nice and convenient. Just make sure these waiting bays are long enough. So we want a train to be able to sit here while another train's going by. We can see this is only 9 tiles, so that's not long enough. So we're gonna have to do a bit more terraforming here and move the merge a little further down. We'll have to do the same for the other track. I guess we'll just level that area. 10 tiles right there. So if we go a little bit further, that'll be enough. And even out the terrain again. And then, do I want another 10 tiles here for another waiting bay, or should I let the trains sit half into these waiting bays? I guess I don't want them to be in both this waiting bay and this waiting bay at the same time, so we'll count out another 10 tiles. And let's get these trains out of the way first, since they are getting in the way. Okay, so I'm going to move the track over to the other side of this hill. Shouldn't be too hard. I guess just connect it up like that, nice and easy. Okay, and then we can get rid of this track partially, at least on this end. We do want the doubled up track here. And we'll have to build a merge here for these tracks and the 2 tracks coming from this side. But first, let's do this merge. This should be nice and easy now. I guess we can move this over another tile to keep everything nice and compact. Count out a waiting bay. Let's do 8. So 8, 9, 10, and 1 extra tile. I guess that should be alright. even though there's a bit of a zigzag. That'll be the right waiting bay length anyway, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Not much room for priorities though. Oh, and let me, I never fixed these tunnels over here since they're misaligned now. There we go for that one, and the other one as well. Okay, there we go. And we can also move this right turn slightly back to give us a little more room on the other side here. And then we'll build a priority. No, I usually leave that for last, but it's nice and convenient here now. So there we go. And the other waiting bay as well, so that's 9. Not really the right amount. Let's see. I guess 10, and then if we move this over 1, we'll have space for the signal, so that's good. Okay, you can go now. Put in the priority. Do a combo signal there, chain backwards, however it works. Stop. Oh, it just got into that block. Okay. And chain back with combo signals. There we go. Alright, and let's just add the signals for these waiting bays next. That is... This gets shorter. I guess I counted differently, but 10 will end right there, so we'll put the signal there so the train doesn't get into that block. Make them entry signals just to signify that they're waiting bays. And then 10 stops there. 3 and 7 stops there as well. Just use some path signals to do the split, not path signals, block signals, the opposite. And this one as well, let's see, 10 stops there, so we'll have the next waiting bays there, and then 10 goes right to there, so that's good, and then 10 goes right to there as well. So that is perfect. And we'll do the same with the split with the block signals. Going spaghetti all over the place, there we go. And I'll just keep the signals nice and aligned. Okay, sweet. So that is basically, I guess, a third of the work. Well, that's probably halfway. So next, let's take a look at the corresponding right-hand turn towards the south. And I said before that we were going to take advantage of these tunnels, but now the new tunnels are in the way, so that's not going to work unless we move them, and we do have space here now. So actually, let's do that. If we move everything over a tile, should be good. See if this guy, oh, he can't get out of the way. So wait for him, but we'll move this over by a tile. Move this over by a tile as well. And we can adjust, adjust this a little. Okay, so that's moved over by a tile. Get rid of this merge here. And let's see where exactly we can start this tunnel. We can start it right there. That also makes the tunnel a little bit shorter, which is not really that important since our trains are so long and the tunnels were, or the 2 tunnels was already enough for that longer length, but it means we do have a little more space on this side. So for this right turn, I want a turn radius of 3. So this will be in the way. I guess that will be fine, like that. It's not the prettiest thing ever. Just having a sudden split into 3 different tracks. But I guess that works. But if I want to keep these in sync, I need it to be symmetrical, rotationally symmetrical on the other side, so I guess I will adjust this to go into the other direction. It's not the most important thing in the world to keep these in sync, but it's a good practice. Can stop some weird phantom jams from happening. I have to do a bit more terraforming there, but that's alright. And I guess I deleted the priority by accident. Okay, so that is pretty good. And then let's just merge this however quickly we can back into the southbound direction. As this train gets out of the way. Oh, there's a signal there. Okay. And I guess we'll count a waiting bay here. So 3, 4, 5, wait, I can't see. Okay. 10. Okay, so right here, or right here is the end. Next waiting bay starts there. We'll see if we want another 10. Probably do. Have another waiting bay to there. And then on this side, some water. Bridge is fine, since these are just a waiting bay anyway. So we'll do 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11. Right? 3, 8. I don't remember what I said. 3 and 8 is 11. Yeah, okay. So then we can actually just, last tile's there, last tile's there. We'll use some block signals to do the split. Actually, this is wrong because I have 2 tracks coming from this direction, but I only have 1 track here. But I guess it's fine for now since there's no trains in this direction basically. So I'll just connect that up and that can be temporary. Okay, and then the last merge is the one towards the northwest-ish. So this will be the last part of the hub and then it'll be done. So here we can see we just have 4 tracks in, it's pretty clear. And then we need 2 tracks out. So I'm just going to move those tunnels over, keep them nice and aligned first. And let's just make sure that these tracks merge back together over here. Gonna have the outer 2 tracks get priority, so I do need to double up this bridge. Can do it like so. So then the inner 2 tracks will get choice. So in this case, I'm gonna take advantage of the river a little bit by using it as the mixing point. So that track will be towards the right train, I guess. Let me disconnect this so it's a little clearer. So these 2 tracks will go to the right and then we'll put another bridge over here. Another pair of bridges over here which will go to the left. Actually, let me get that up. So then we can see how this will all connect together. Let's see. Guess I didn't have to terraform that. Something like that. And then this route split off right there. And then we can let this guy go again. Alright, so then we have 3 of the tracks. This one and these 2 merged. And then this last one is an outer track, so it'll get priority as well. Is he doing alright? No, I guess I didn't merge that. Okay. Deal with the waiting bay in a sec. So this one will get priority, as I said. So I guess like that is fine. Looks kind of weird. And we can just have our 2 output tracks like so. Okay, now for the waiting bays. 7 plus 3 somewhere. 3 like that maybe? 10 stops right there. So let's move this closer. We could even move everything over a tile. I guess we'll just leave it like this. And then we could have a single point merge, which is a little bit nicer. So there we go. Now I want to move this over a tile. Save a little space. There we go. So 10, get our priorities in. This will be a little bit of an awkward priority since the bridge is right there. We should have it cross the bridge. So this whole area will be prioritized because of these two entry signals or exit signals right there. And that is the wrong signal. That needs to be a combo signal. There we go. And let's also count this waiting bay. 10, so the last tile's right there. Okay, cool. Now these two. 10 is right about there. We do not have room for 3 tracks here, so I guess I'll do some more terraforming and move it over another tile. Oh, and I guess I should connect this up since trains are probably getting lost. Spot probably something like this will work, and have another single point coming together like so. 10, so it ends right on this bridge, so we'll get rid of that signal. The entry there, 10 ends right on this tile, so we can't use block signals here, we have to use path-based signal. But that works, so sweet. And then this priority, let's see, get everything aligned and we'll have it go over the bridge just like the one on the other side. Okay, that took a bit of time, but at this point, except for this merge to the right, or this split to the right really, this is done. Alright, so I guess this is the second backbone hub. I think this one looks pretty good. All the bridges over the river look a little silly, but I like how this right half looks. Backbone hub 2. And I'll put a marker over here that is temporary. Now we still have a jam though. I guess less of a jam since it looks like it ends right about there. So this merge, or I guess this mess here, is the culprit. So to fix this, I'm just going to double up the tracks to the split so we can make sure that trains don't have to just merge and then split again for no reason. So let's see, can move this over by a tile. Put a bridge here and then have the merge back on the other side somewhere, right there. And then, let's see, this inner track needs to go to the left, and the outer track will want to go to the left sometimes as well. So we'll have it split off right there. Just use a single bridge since it's just temporary. And merge this somewhere, right there. And make sure there's no signal gaps, and that should be good. Alright, so sweet. This will eventually be a sideline hub at some point, but for now this is just temporary. And I guess in the other direction we can do a similar thing as well, but no need for any fancy mixing or anything. Alright, sweet. Let's check on our network now. You can see our money is back up. I think this is where we started, and we're back up to where we were before. But meanwhile, we have made progress. Our network is. So once we've fixed all the jams, that means it's time to add more trains until the network jams again, basically. So let's take a look at our stations. Sort by available waiting cargo, maximum. Factory pickup has the most with 2,400, so we should definitely put a overflow on this at some point. Add a bunch of those. Next, Tonding Stone East, almost 2,000 grain. And also, one thing to think about is some of this cargo might be waiting just because trains were stuck in the jam, so steel mill pickup, 1,500 waiting. Well, that didn't take long at all. Looks like we already have a jam due to the factory drop not being, or not having enough platforms. So we can see all these trains are stuck on the sideline hub, backing up already. But I think we'll leave that to next episode. The one other thing on the to-do list is to upgrade our trains. We have the new medium wagon that came out in 24 now, so 5 years ago. So I'm not sure, maybe the second one will come out before we get to that. But we are going to be going for these medium vehicle class rail vehicles for now. There are also the strong and the fast classes in the Nuts train set. It's going to be a good balance of speed and acceleration ability. All right, anyway, where's the backbone hub? That's going to bring us to the end of this episode, so thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little bit dense with the real-time building. Looks like this is still jammed also, so lots of work to do still. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.